And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. We've got area high school basketball teams winding down their regular seasons, vying for region spots, and the Georgia Southern men and women are just passing the halfway point in the Sun Belt standings and Sun Belt Conference. We'll have some highlights from the guys from this past week. They lost on Saturday, and then the women unfortunately followed suit on Thursday, losing a tough one to top-ranked Troy, the number one team in the Sun Belt currently. As for the guys, they were able to rebound on Thursday on the road, defeated ULM. They'll be at Louisiana coming up this week, and the Georgia Southern women back in action against South Alabama Saturday at 2. As for our area high school teams, the Statesboro Blue Devils look to have bounced back from struggles from the past couple games that they've played. The guys and the girls both were able to sweep Southeast Bulloch fairly handily, and then they also both swept South Effingham this past Tuesday fairly handily as well. Portal Panthers back on the winning track as well. They seem to be cruising right along for the boys at least. And then the Bulloch Academy girls are the other noteworthy team in our region or area right now, as they were able to knock off Calvary Day in pretty impressive fashion at home, avenging their earlier loss. They only have 2 losses on the season, currently ranked number 1 in the state. We'll have highlights of that game as well as the Statesboro games and against Southeast Bulloch. Everybody but Portal coming up on Upon Further Review. Stay with us. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888. or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
You choose the combination, and they'll cook in their 500-degree brick oven in just a few minutes. Your own delicious pizza experience using only the freshest ingredients on hand-tossed dough and individually sized just for you. And that Eagle Nation is why they're called Your Pie, because it's all about you. The Your Pie in Statesboro and downtown Savannah is owned and operated by Joe Hunt, a Georgia Southern grad. So when you order your next pizza, be true blue and make it all about you. Go see Joe at Your Pie, and I guarantee it, you'll be glad you did.
McCooks Pharmacy, located on Highway 80 East, is family owned and operated by Lynn and Janie McCook, as well as their son, Josh McCook. Serving the Bulloch County area since 2005, McCooks Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service where the customers come first. Vaccinations are available, including shingles, flu, pneumonia, and Tdap. Drive-through service is available with 2 drive-through windows for your convenience. McCooks Pharmacy offers free local deliveries, and new customers are always welcome. Continuing the tradition of our family caring for your family, McCooks Pharmacy, Highway 80 East. Well, the Georgia Southern men and women both in action over the past week. The guys playing this past Saturday and the women playing on Thursday. Both went down in defeat, unfortunately, but let's send you out for some of the highlights. The Georgia Southern men hosting Appalachian State in a conference matchup. We picked things up in the first half. Nice ball movement around, and it's Kamari Brown finishing things up with the hoop and the foul. Later, it's Andre Saversoff hitting the hook shot in the lane. More from the Eagles. Another miss. Saversoff, the rebound and the putback. And then Trey Cobbs drives in, and then the defender leaves him. And he'll just go in with the lefty scoop. The Mountaineers right back, though. Michael Almonacci, 3 of his 16 points. More from the Mountaineers. And again, they'd go to Almonacci. The baseline jumper. The Eagles will try and keep it close. Caden Archie inside off the nice look. And then it's Getty Yusupaitis. He drains the 3-pointer. Next inside we go. Prince Toyambi coming through with the 2-handed flush. That gets the crowd into it. But the Mountaineers proving to be too much on this night. Adrian Delph will lead all scorers with 24 points. The hoop and the foul, and then it's Delph with the 3-pointer. as Appalachian State goes on to win 70-62. The Georgia Southern Eagle women's basketball team in deep waters as they were hosting the number one team in the Sun Belt in the Troy Trojans. Troy in the midst of a late run. Tina Stevens goes in, 2 of her 13. Then the Eagles try to come back. Maya Banks showing off a little bit of her range, 2 of her 15. Trojans right back. Stevens extends their lead to 13. The Eagles cutting into the lead, and Lydia Freeman from way downtown. Maya Burns then hits the 3. She'd have 14 points in the game. Next we go inside, a nice reverse here by Taya Gibson. She finished with 13, and then on the break, it's Taryn Ward. Then Banks with the rebound and the putback. She'd have 13 boards in the double-double, along with a couple other Eagles. Janiah Love Hill driving in for the nice reverse. The Eagles trying to get within single digits, and they would right here. Simone James, but the Trojans keeping the lead. Jemiah Hollings hits the 3, and Troy leads 44-38 at the half. We move to the second half. Taryn Ward going to work in the paint. She gets this nice one here. Then on the break, Ward ahead to Gibson. A little bit later, it's Maya Burns going in. Off-balance shot. And then after the miss, Gibson, the rebound, the hoop. But you can't fall asleep on defense. And Amber Leggett gives Troy a 2-point lead after it was tied. Again, it's Burns for 3. Georgia Southern will take their first lead of the second half, up 70-69, less than 2 minutes to go. But again, not much in the way of defense. Taya Johnson drives in for the layup. Troy by 1. The Eagles not giving up. Janiah Love Hill hits the layup, but it wouldn't be enough as Troy comes right back to score. And then they go on to win by a final of 78-72. As we mentioned at the top of the show, the guys able to snap that 3-game losing streak. They'll be back in action on the road at Louisiana coming up on Saturday. As for the women, they'll be back home looking to rebound from their loss as they will be hosting South Alabama Saturday at 2 o'clock. Stay with us. High school action coming up next. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we know what it means to find the perfect fit. The feeling of surprise. That just right moment of delight. It's what we see every time a family finds their priced right style and snuggle perfect comfort. Because for us, home isn't simply where you live, it's how you live. Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
Well, our area high school basketball teams look to have gotten back on track for the Statesboro boys and girls after they had stumbled a bit. The boys and girls were able to sweep Southeast Bulloch on Saturday and then turned around and swept South Effingham on Tuesday. As for the Bulloch Academy Gators, the girls able to win against Calvary. Calvary currently ranked in the top 10 in the GHSA, and Bulloch Academy won in pretty impressive fashion as they remain number 1 in the state in GISA. Let's send you out for some of those highlights. A battle of Bulloch County as the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets were hosting the Statesboro Blue Devils in an inter-county battle. This one tight for most of the first half. Statesboro pulling away late in the second quarter, up by 14. Double teaming Madison Taylor to help shut her down. Some of her teammates trying to pick up the slack. Annabelle Morgan hits. The Blue Devils strong underneath though. Alyssa Staten hits here, and then on the break, it's Rhea Johnson coasting in for the layup. More from the Blue Devils. A nice look inside to Ashari Washington. And then it's Johnson somehow getting this one to fall. The Jackets try and come back. Daisy Calhoun will hit. But the Blue Devils in control as they go inside to Demia Hartwell. Next, off the inbounds, Aziza Flowers with the bucket. And then back inside to Johnson for two more of her 18. Madison Taylor finally able to score here, and she'd end up with 20 points in the game. But more of the Blue Devils. Tarika Gibson hits for three. Next, it's Taylor driving and gets the floater to fall, but it wasn't enough. Statesboro back inside, this time to Malaya Deacle, and they'd win 87-43. Moving over to the boys' game, and similarly, the Yellow Jackets playing tough in the early stages. As they take a lead, Colin Smith drains the corner three. The Blue Devils answer with Ja'Cory Hill for three. Smith then from the near corner will hit another triple. But Hill responds for Statesboro. They're up by two. Then Christian Clark will bury the three-pointer. And the Jackets with a slim lead. Clark then going to the basket for the hoop and the foul. Next, just before the buzzer, A.J. Williams hits for three. The Jackets by three. Ryan Reed later stops and pops. Statesboro coming back to tie the game, and then they take a 2-point lead on Willie Ballard's layup. Next, inside, Leslie Black will get the friendly bounce. Back outside, and Jalen Michael from the corner for three. Statesboro up by 7 at the half. In the second half, Statesboro pulls away. It's Black hitting two more, and then Ballard driving, and he gets this one to fall. Then it's Hill with the steal. Black manages to corral it and gets this one in. Then it's Jalen Michael once again. Statesboro off to the races, having plenty of success driving to the basket. Cam Michael hits. Statesboro up by 23 at this point. Ryan Reed not ready to give up. He hits the three. And back comes Statesboro. Albert Michael, the pull-up jumper. And then Hill pulls up and hits this one in the lane. Then Michael to Hill. He'd have 18. Hill then another outlet. Statesboro by 34 points. Vic Thompson trying to keep the Jackets in it after that next Hill basket on the other end. Thompson with the basket, but just too much. Blocked shot by Willie Ballard, then the outlet. Albert Michael pulls up and knocks down another three. He'd have 20. Devils Raylan Grant then hits the 15-footer. Tim Taylor then going in for the dunk as Statesboro goes on to win 73-39. Bulloch Academy looking to avenge one of their two losses on the season, hosting Savannah Country Day. Ranked in the top 10 in GHSA, this one was all Gators. Sarah Ellis starts it off, then Casey Ricketts buries a three-pointer. More from the Gators. Armani Cook off the steal. She goes in for two of her 21 points. And then it's Ashante Noble driving in as the Gators pouring it on. Sarah Ellis driving, stopping, and popping. Bulloch Academy up by 23 points at the half. We move ahead to the second half, and Coach Dennard keeping up the pressure. Hannah Kale able to step back and hit a three, and then off the miss, Calvary coming through with the putback, but this one was the Gators' night. They were in command inside to Armani Cook. Nice look there. Then Casey Ricketts from the far side buries another three-pointer. And off the inbounds, it's Mary Mac Powell going up, uncontested. And then it's another three from Casey Ricketts, and the Gators roll 75-49. Statesboro hosting South Effingham, and the Blue Devils in control throughout the game. Madison Lee comes through with the block. Back on the other end, and Malaya Deacle hits the layup. Next, off the inbounds, Alyssa Staten. She hits Madison Lee then off the mark, but Staten there for the rebound. She'd have a double-double. Tarika Gibson will then hit the three-pointer. And then on the break, it's Gibson driving all the way in for the easy two. Statesboro rolls in this one, 66-46. Senior night for the Blue Devils, and they were looking picture perfect on this night. Plenty of seniors getting in on the act. Willie Ballard hits here for three. Next, Albert Michael heats up. Then we go to Tim Taylor for the hoop and the foul. On the other side we go, and it's Albert Michael hitting another three, and then Michael finds Leslie Black for the hoop and the foul. Jalen Michael coming through with the deep three. Statesboro hot from outside as Albert Michael off the mark, but then Leslie Black, the putback. The onslaught continues. Jalen Michael hits the three. Then Leslie for the hoop and the foul. And Willie Ballard drains the baseline jumper. All the seniors getting in on the fun. Ballard then hits in the lane. Then it's Albert Michael with the corner three. Michael hits for 7 3-pointers in the game. And Statesboro would lead up 16 at the half. Second half, they'd pull away even further. Tim Taylor, the turnaround. Then the long three from Albert Michael with 21 points. Michael then comes and knocks the corner three ball down. And then off the break, Raylan Grant able to score here. Statesboro extends their lead to 25. Grant then comes through with the hoop and the foul. And then it's Leslie Black cutting a nice pass to him. Another long three-pointer for Albert Michael. Then Ja'Cory Hill. He'd outrace the Mustangs on the break. Ballard would get the friendly bounce a little bit later. And then the give and go from Hill to Michael, back to Hill. And then it's another one, another alley-oop here, and Statesboro wins 77-36. The Southeast Blue Yellow Jackets on the road on Friday at Beach. They'll be back home on Saturday. The Statesboro Blue Devils on the road at Richmond Hill on Friday, and they'll be back Saturday against Swainsboro at 6. The Portal Panthers, haven't mentioned them as to yet. They'll be back in action on Friday as they host ECI. We'll have highlights of that game for you next week. Bulloch Academy in action this week as well. We also have area soccer, the spring sports. Baseball will be picking up very soon. We'll have all that coming up for you next week. But for now, that'll wrap things up. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.